Hi, Waldy.
Hello, how are you?
I'm great, thanks. And yourself?
Very good, thank
That's
you.
good. How's the morning going?
Good. It's one of those busy mornings.
One of those busy mornings. Is it? I guess
Yeah.
it's a good problem to have, I guess.
Yes, yeah, it's
Yeah,
not a bad one.
not a bad problem. I was meant to have the meeting with. I was under the impression I was gonna have the meeting with Baltazar. He just
Yes,
meant.
yeah,
Yeah, he just mentioned now that you were his head of marketing. Is that correct?
yeah, yes.
Okay, perfect. My name is Shandu. It's very nice to meet you. So before we dive into the details, I'd like to just start learning a little bit about you guys, and then we can dive into what it is I actually do. If we discover some synergy, that's fantastic. If not, no harm done. You guys still leave with some fresh ideas to explore.
Okay.
So obviously I contacted you guys, but I'd like to understand why you accepted this meeting. I'm not sure if you get contacted by people quite often with kind of what I'm doing or something like that. So I just wanted to know why you guys kind of accepted this meeting.
Well, let me ask him. Why did you why did you accept this meeting? Well,
Because he said he's going to give us leads.
because you said you were going to give us leads.
Okay, so is leads kind of an issue for you guys at the moment
And he
or
wanted
not?
to tell me how he wants to say, give us leads. So,
Okay.
Tell us how is it?
All right. We do kitchens and built-in cabinetry and furniture.
Okay.
And up to about a year or so ago, we were kind of relying on word of mouth, and
Okay.
it worked fantastically for us. But we want to build a business, and
Yeah.
for us to build a business, we obviously need to get leads. And so we are exploring all the different avenues where leads come from. You know, it's easy to kind of
that was it. Was it the other?
yeah, no,
Tell it here. Just information.
yes, yeah. So that's why we are interested in looking and seeing where different type of leads come from, other than just organically.
Okay, and I saw you've been kind of posting on your Instagram and Facebook. I was wondering
Yes.
why haven't you? I see you have a decent following on Facebook, but not so much on
Yeah.
Instagram. Do you know why?
So our customers are not Instagram lead people.
Okay.
So we make sure that we are on a lot of platforms because you want to make sure we've got the visibility.
Yeah.
So because Instagram is a bit of a younger market, we're not really bothered with an Instagram following.
Okay.
Facebook is kind of where a lot of people that are in our demographic are more they'll probably go to Facebook rather than to Instagram.
Yeah. And have you generated leads from maybe a post or an ad campaign that you've probably done before on Facebook?
No, not really. We did run ads on Facebook, but no, was it ads or was it a sponsored profile? I think it was a sponsored.
Okay.
Was it an ad? Yeah, it doesn't really matter. We did find that it was actually just we need to explore it a bit more before we do it again.
Yeah.
But most of the time, our Facebook is really there as a presence more than we need to use it as advertising yet, because it is important for a company to have a Facebook page that is active, so that people know you exist.
Okay,
if
and
you go to a Facebook page,
okay. And when you actually ran the ad or boosted post that you did, you didn't generate anything and at all.
No,
And how
I
much?
got these ridiculous questions from people saying, "Why are you telling me?"
Okay, that's a bit odd.
Yeah, it was very odd, and we got a lot of people asking for jobs.
Oh, okay. And
so
how much?
I think it was an area-based thing.
Yeah.
Yes.
And how much did you kind of spend? How much did you kind of spend on that kind of campaign or boosted post that you did?
I think it was like 70 rand a day, I think.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so you said you basically wanted to kind of expand and kind of get different leads from different areas instead of just merely relying on word of mouth. Is that correct? Okay.
Yes.
So in terms of advertising yourselves, what have you done so far? I know you're on online and have some sort of an online presence, but other than that, have you done anything else to kind of advertise yourself?
No.
You haven't.
No.
Okay.
So in terms of social media advertising and Google Ads, we did use a company and we found that we had very little results.
Yeah.
And so we are not at the moment looking at using any companies for social media or Google Ads to generate leads.
Okay.
We figured we can teach ourselves.
Yeah. Okay. That's a fair enough point. And the home improvement industry is quite a saturated industry. What would be the reason people would pick your work instead of your competitors?
They would pick our work because we have very good Google reviews.
Oh, okay.
And we've been around. We haven't been around for like 50 years, but we have a very decent track record, and that's why we know it. That's why we're doing so well with word of mouth.
Yeah.
But we need more mouths, and that's where we're looking at different type of leads.
Okay. Perfect.
Yeah.
And I'm not sure if you're open to sharing this, but in your current business operation, what is your average monthly revenue?
Yeah, I don't think I want to share that.
Okay, that's 100% fine. But do you have do you have in mind what sort of goals you want to be hitting within the next 6 to 12 months? You already know. Okay.
Yes.
And have you calculated your potential revenue if your company was at full capacity?
Yeah, no, we're working on all of that. We kind of know where we're going, we know what our capacity is. We have our turnover goals in mind. So,
okay, perfect. So based on what I'm getting, I feel as if you guys are trying to grow the business into a bigger business, correct?
Yes.
Okay,
yes.
perfect. So are there any other pain points that you're looking to solve within your business, or is there anything I should know before we can dive into what it is I do?
No, we have a pretty good idea of what we want to do and what we want to achieve.
Okay.
Like I said, we are looking to expand ways in finding more leads, and we're just kind of like investigating what's out there because we never really dove into it.
Yeah.
So I'd be interested to hear what you've got to say.
Okay, perfect. So based on everything I heard, I definitely think that I could help you. I would love to run through a little bit about what I do. I certainly believe that the problems you're facing, I could help. Do you have any questions, or are you quite happy for me to just run through everything that I do?
You can run through.
Perfect. So basically, I just I specialize in primarily Facebook ads, which serves as a lead source. However, my services go beyond Facebook advertising. In Johannesburg, I've noticed there's a gap in effective lead generation for Facebook. Some businesses are achieving results, but their ads have room for improvement. Let me just share my screen with you quickly. Share. So I don't know if you can just see that. Can you see that?
Yeah.
Okay, so perfect. So this is basically the Facebook ad library, which allows us to see which companies are running ads and for how long. For example, this ad has been running since February, the 26th of Feb, and typically speaking, you wouldn't see an ad running for this long unless they were quite happy on flushing money down the drain. It's encouraging to see some businesses making an effort, but to be frank, many ads can reach their full potential. In the home improvement industry, there's an opportunity for tech innovation, given the changing buying habits and increasing respectiveness to social media. So let me just share this one with you. So for instance, the text copy can be optimized. Lengthy text blocks are unlikely to be read, so concise attention grabbing is essential. When viewers click on an ad and are redirected to a website, it serves as a barrier. So what's more effective is a lead generation ad where clicking on get quotes or learn more leads to a form to collect such information such as names, phone numbers, specific budget details, and specific information with regards to the project. But my commitment doesn't stop there. I integrate these leads into a pipeline management system where I engage in potential clients to to just confirm that they aren't time wasters and that they are genuinely interested in taking your services and going to the next step. Do you have any questions on that?
No, you can keep going.
Okay, perfect. So I just wanted to just show you my current client that I've worked with. So she's just a smaller business. She's not wanting like hundreds of leads. So we're just generating leads for just consistency. So in total I've generated her 75 leads. So we ran this recent campaign last week, Thursday until Sunday, and I managed to generate her 9 leads in that period of that week. Yeah. So we basically spent, usually the lowest initial ad campaign I'd like to spend is about, just so we can test and know what's working, and so we can invest potentially in the next month for something that actually works. So pretty much first month is pretty much testing and seeing what kind of works.
I can't do it full algorithm and it's gonna be.
So you broke up there for a moment?
I was saying that so typically the lowest initial budget that I started with my client was 1,500 to generate these leads. But the first month is just basically for testing, seeing what works and what doesn't work, and just pretty much experimenting and just seeing what works for the next month, so we could scale that ad into the next month. Yeah. So do you have any other questions on that?
No. So like I said, we did run a few campaigns. Like we didn't spend. Was that your daily budget?
No. The was for the whole month. So I would split that.
Was for the whole month.
Yeah. So I would split that into 30 days, and then for the first, let's say, week, I would spend per day on one ad, and I ran 3 ads for her, just for the testing and just seeing what works and experimenting what works and what didn't work.
Oh, okay. And how many of those leads were proper leads, not just like?
So we had a lot of issues with time wasters, but I'm kind of working on a solution to kind of qualify them when they're actually filling in the form. I want to start asking a bit more questions on the form, just so they know and thinking about what they want, and then when I'm contacting them, I actually just get further detail, type a quick description for you guys, then I send them all. But the only issue is that her sales process is a bit different, so the leads aren't converting as much. But the leads are more time wasters than they are genuinely interested leads. But the goal is to just maximize the actual converting leads instead of time wasters.
Yeah, you see, I think a lot of times, especially with when people decide that they want to do their kitchens, they're not necessarily going to click on. This is my feeling. They're not necessarily going to click on a sponsored post or something, or an ad that comes up.
Yeah.
I think with places where people have to spend as much money as they need to spend on kitchens, it's more of that you show up on their feet.
Yeah.
So that you show up often enough, so that when they see you, or when they're in the market to do their kitchen or to do their cabinetry, they go, oh, okay, I've seen, or they seem like a place that's good. I'll think there's a lot of people that's just walked in and now they make.
No worries.
So just give me the moment.
Okay.
Just to go back on what you were kind of saying, so the idea of this advertising and ad strategy is just for that. We want to be kind of targeting the people who just are thinking about doing the kitchen or cupboard or whatever they may want to be doing. We just want to just target those people just coming back home, fed up about their kitchen, and see, oh, I want my kitchen done. Let me just fill in my details so then they can contact me in order to get my kitchen done. That's kind of the strategy of how we're working with the current ads. So we're kind of targeting the people that already have it at the back of their mind. They just haven't taken the action yet to actually contact someone to do the kitchen for them.
Yeah. So that's obviously the people that we want to target.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's a tricky thing at the moment. We're not really focused on Facebook marketing specifically.
Yeah.
It is part of our strategy going forward. Um, so for now, I'm going to have to say not at the moment.
Okay.
Because we have to sort out our budget for Facebook advertising.
Okay.
And decide where we want to spend our money when it specifically comes to lead. Like I said, because we've done Facebook marketing, we've done Google ads, and it didn't work. And we spent a lot of money on it, and we decided for now we'll rather figure out how to do it on our own, as opposed to spending money with people that are just going to take our money again.
Okay.
So that's the quite honest truth about us.
Okay, that's 100% fine. I respect that decision. I just wanted to maybe kind of offer you something a bit different. For the whole month, you wouldn't have to pay me anything for my services. You would only have to pay me if you gotten a converting client. So I wouldn't want to just make you pay upfront for my services instead of without me proving to you that I can actually generate results for you. So that would just be just for the advertising, and then I would only get paid after getting you your first converting clients.
Okay, so email me a proposal,
Okay.
and then when we have our next meeting, we'll sit and we'll go through it, and then I can get back to you.
Okay. What would you kind of like in the proposal? What would you want?
Well, just tell me what you cost per month. So after the initial first month, tell me what is your cost per month and what you expect from us, and then we can kind of go through that. Then we know what you're offering.
Okay. Could we kind of just dive into that now a little bit? The kind of my service offering and my prices and everything.
All right, tell me more.
So as I said, with the initial ad budget, that's how much I would want to spend, typically the lowest. And then for my service cost, it's also another. But as I said, I only want you to pay me my service cost only after I've generated your result, just so that you are confident in my skills and my abilities to actually generate good results for you.
And you think it's enough for Google ads, because
Well, not Google ads, Facebook ads. Yes.
Oh, sorry, Facebook ads.
Yes.
That kind of looks like
Based
50
off.
rand a day. Is that enough?
Yes, based off of how I've been running these ads and with my previous clients, I think that it is enough for a base level entry kind of thing, just to test things out for the month. If it doesn't work, it doesn't work. But if it does, then you got maybe plus 3 clients for that month.
And so then with the ad, you put like one of those forms that they fill in, or
Yes,
is it like a
it's
Facebook message that they send?
No. It's a. So let me just share my screen again. Okay, so it's taking a bit too long, so I'm just gonna show you something else. So this is
Oh, no, that's fine.
So this is the. I don't know if you can see this. So this is kind of the example ad that the ad that we ran. So this is the kind of the creative that we used. So with the ad, we put a video or a appealing picture and have some ad copy on top of it. Then where it says learn more, get quotes, something like that, they will click on that, and then it will lead them to a form where they will fill in their name, phone number, email, and then on the next page, it's the specific project details, such as what type of services you would want, depending on which services you want to promote or kind of get leads for. Or if it's all the services, we would ask what type of services you would want, specific budget details and project details, and then I would then call them after getting all that information, just to qualify them and actually know that they're ready to take the next step forward in terms of setting up an appointment with you guys to actually get a quote and start with the project. So essentially, we do take the information down, and then instead of me just having you off the leads, I kind of want to qualify them, just so you don't deal with people who are wasting time and who are just shopping around. So you would pretty much.
That's a big things. And, you know, people are just shopping around saying, oh, I just want to find out how much a kitchen costs. That's
Yeah.
kind of like just wasting our time because it's not as easy as like, oh, it's going to cost you this much.
Yeah.
There's a lot more involved than that.
Yeah, so the idea is
Yeah.
just basically instead of you dealing with those people, I deal with them and then you can deal with people who are actually wanting to get a quote, schedule a meeting and actually take the next step forward.
Okay,
Yeah.
all right. So let me chat to my partner about this.
Okay.
And then because we are having a meeting this afternoon,
Okay.
and then I'll be able to get back to you.
Okay, perfect. Can we just maybe schedule a follow-up meeting? Just to
It's a bit easier to because like I said, there's a lot of interruptions
Yeah.
that happen this side. So I'll keep in touch with you on email. I see you did email it to. That's the perfect email to get in touch with me.
Okay, perfect.
I think it's the one you used. Let me just double check.
I used 2 of them because I got hold of
Yes,
Baltz's
so
old one.
is definitely the right one.
Okay.
So I'll keep in touch with you, and then I'll let you know.
Okay, perfect. Thank you so much.
Okay.
Thank you. Enjoy
Thank
the
you
rest
so
of
much
your
for your
day.
time.
Enjoy you too. Thank you. Bye.
Thank you. Bye.
I will be one of the greatest, that is a vow, yeah, that is a promise. Always wanted to be famous, just being real, yeah, just being